Meanwhile, the world is struggling with another shortage, that is vaccines. Several countries still do not have the shots they need. Some of those who have don't want to use them or are not sure about using them. The curbs on the AstraZeneca vaccine are back in Europe. France, Sweden, Finland, Canada and Germany want the youth to avoid the shot, while the United Kingdom has found that 30 blood clotting cases are maybe linked to the vaccine. Our next report tells you what is happening.
There is uncertainty and confusion in Germany once again. A day after the AstraZeneca shot was suspended, the people who are waiting for a jab don't know what to expect next.
I believe there is a lot of uncertainty among the population after the back and forth between it's approved and we'll analyze it again and then we'll take it out again.
I read the paper every day, I watch the news every day, and I read on the internet. You go crazy trying to find out what's right and what's wrong. No one knows anymore, so I have to trust those who know. If you can't trust them anymore, you might as well forget it.
Earlier this week, Germany suspended the use of this vaccine for those below 60 over fears of a rare blood clot. It wasn't the only one to do so. France, Sweden, Finland and Canada too want younger people to avoid the shot. In Norway and Denmark, the AstraZeneca shot still remains suspended for everyone, while the United Kingdom has now found 30 cases of blood clot events. But it still continues to use the vaccine. The head of the European Medicines Agency still backs the AstraZeneca shot.
The experts have advised us that they have not been able to identify specific risk factors, including age, gender, or previous medical history of clotting disorders for these very rare events. And as I mentioned previously, a causal link with the vaccine has not yet been proven, but it is possible and further analysis is still ongoing. According to the current scientific knowledge, there is no evidence that would support restricting the use of this vaccine in any population.
The constant back and forth over the vaccines is only hurting Europe. Despite booking millions of vials in advance, less than 10% of the people in Germany, France and Italy have managed to get their first dose. In comparison, by the end of March, the UK had vaccinated more than 40% of its citizens with at least one dose. Britain, at least on the vaccine front, seems to be benefiting after breaking away from the Union. Slow approvals have only compounded Europe's problems. According to a report, the European Commission struck its first vaccine contract 105 days after Britain. It approved its first shot 19 days later. The European Union has booked close to 2 billion doses. That's enough to cover its population more than twice. But the bloc has been slow to administer the doses. After its program began in December last year, it took 63 days for the EU to vaccinate 5% of its population with a single dose. The UK covered the same distance in less than 40 days. The impact of the delays is there for the world to see. A deadly third wave is now sweeping the continent, forcing several countries to reimpose lockdowns and restrictions. The UK, on the other hand, has now eased some of its restrictions. Now, with the latest round of suspensions against the AstraZeneca shot, Europe's fight against the pandemic is about to get tougher. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.